Aha! Technology wins. Can you hear me now? Hooray for live broadcast. That's how excited I was. I didn't even know what I was doing as far as getting this set up. So, can you hear me now? Everybody on Instagram, LinkedIn, can you hear me now? Yay, perfect. I'm glad I checked the comments. Um, so, let's start all over. Welcome to live technology. Welcome to live streaming. Welcome to everybody that hears me talk about all these topics. And here I am, like bumbling my own LinkedIn Live and Instagram Live. Okay, so backing up, humongous announcement. So excited to share this news. But I want to kick it off with a story that back in 2015, found myself experiencing the symptoms of a heart attack while sitting in my office at the law firm that I was working at. I was beyond stressed out, not taking care of myself, not taking care of my physical or my mental health, and found myself like seriously, like my arm went numb. Can't even talk. I'm so excited. My arm went numb, started sweating, heart was racing. I get up and I leave my office and I tell my team, I'm leaving and I don't know if I'm coming back. Like that's how I felt like I was dying that day. And I have never felt so afraid in my entire life. And so I get to the ER and I check in and they get me hooked up to an EKG machine. They rush me back based on what I told them and what my symptoms were. So they hooked me up to an EKG machine and I'm laying there and listening to the beeps, right? And it's, again, something that there are a lot of things that I will tell you based on experience I don't recommend you doing. Don't ever go get hooked up to an EKG machine. It is terrifying. And so I'm laying there and all of a sudden the doctor comes in and he goes, I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is you're not having a heart attack, but the bad news is you're having a massive, massive panic attack. And so we start talking about my lifestyle and the lack of sleep I'm getting and I'm not taking care of my mental or my physical health and all of these different things that are going on, up early in the morning, up late at night, just not taking care of myself, pushing myself too hard. And so he said, I understand what that feels like. Obviously, with my job, I have a lot of stress. And I started reading this book called Emotional Intelligence 2.0. And it has changed my life. And this is coming from an ER doc, which, all respect due to the healthcare industry, to the doctors and the nurses that are fantastic and that take excellent care of us. So he tells me about this book, and I went and I got it myself. And here it is right here. Emotional Intelligence 2.0. So I read this book. It is a fantastic book. It's an easy read. It's so practical. So many things that you can learn from this book. So many things that you can take away. I started putting all these things into play and started seeing the changes in my life. Less stress, happier, more successful, more focused, better communication, all the things. And so here I am with this knowledge. And I'm thinking like everybody can learn from this. Everybody should know about this stuff, not just the people that are at the bottom of the barrel like I am, but everybody should learn how to do this because it's universally applicable. And so that combined with, if you've known me for a minute, you know that my dream job is to host The Price is Right. And so with that comes some certain personality characteristics. Not afraid of crowds, not afraid of stages, not afraid of microphones, just not. So if I have this knowledge, and I have this desire to serve, and I have this cartoon character personality that makes me want to host The Price is Right, I need to do something with this. Like I can't just sit on this information. If I don't share this with as many people as possible, I'm robbing people of happiness and less stressed lives, and I don't want them to end up in the ER like I did. So I went and presented at a conference in the legal marketing world called P3. Legal marketing, legal project management, legal finance. And I was literally the only non-financial, to my knowledge, non-financial presentation on the agenda. I by far was the more emotional topic on the agenda as well. So I'm thinking to myself like, okay, this room is either going to be dead empty because nobody cares and nobody wants to talk about this, or it's going to be packed. And it was wall-to-wall people. And I knew I was onto something at that point. So that was 2015, 2016-ish is when I really started getting into speaking on the side. And it has been an honor to talk about emotional intelligence because, again, it is universally applicable. It is easy to change. You can actually increase your emotional intelligence no matter who you are. And especially in the legal industry, which has the second lowest emotional intelligence, I'm sitting in the perfect place to talk about this. Healthcare being the lowest, which is serendipitous that a doctor told me about this topic. So time goes on. I'm speaking at all these conferences. I'm doing videos and podcasts and I'm just talking about emotional intelligence 2.0, emotional intelligence, how you can apply it to your life all over the world. And as of last October, I have gone full speed ahead into my own business, full-time speaking, full-time consulting. Like, I love what I do. I am honored to do what I do. It is a blessing. It is my passion to help people. And today, I get to share this news that I am now the official brand ambassador for Talent Smart EQ, the company that published the book that saved my life. And so I'm going to stay off camera in a minute to gather myself. I'm speechless at this. I've known this is coming for a long time, but I am overwhelmed with joy. I am overwhelmed with gratitude, and I am overwhelmed with opportunity. But that is because I can't wait to help more people. This collaboration means just that I am going to be helping more and more people become stronger at what they do, become better at what they do. And I'm sorry, I'm noticing Instagram, like I'm on camera here. So let me bump over to this again. It's hard to get me speechless, but I am speechless at this moment. I'm so excited for what's to come. This is just the tip of the iceberg. What I've been able to do helping thousands and thousands of people all over the world with emotional intelligence is just the beginning. Like this to me is a blessing for me because it's an alignment that is a dream come true. To be able to work with the #1 emotional intelligence company, talking about the topic that I cannot talk enough about, that I know helps people personally and professionally. This is not just a company thing. This is not just a dollars and cents thing. This is not just a corporate culture thing. This is a personal happiness and satisfaction thing too. And I can't imagine what we're about to do together. The reason that the timing is fantastic is that Talent Smart EQ is on a mission right now and putting a ton of concerted effort into really opening as many minds to emotional intelligence and sharing the value of emotional intelligence as possible. And I am here for it. I am 100% here for it. That's why we're doing this. And I cannot wait to share this information with as many people as possible, because your happiness is everything. Your mental health is everything. Your physical health is everything. Your communication, your relationships, your work life, your family life, your personal life, everything comes down to your emotional intelligence. And Instagram, I'll apologize to you, but for LinkedIn and YouTube, you're about to see some of the reasons why this is so important for companies. But before we get into that, I want to say personally that, and I also want to pause here because, again, I'm so excited. I'm not exercising my own emotional intelligence right now because I'm so excited. Thank you to the Talent Smart EQ team. Your conversations, your collaboration, like your trust you're putting in me it's immeasurable how gracious and thankful I am to you all. To Maggie, to David, to Felix, to the rest of the team at Talent Smart EQ, thank you from the bottom of my heart. We have some amazing stuff to go do, and we are going to do it, and we are going to help as many people as possible. From a personal standpoint, my life has blown wide open since I took on emotional intelligence. It is something that I exercise every single day because you have to. But it is night and day compared to who I used to be and what I used to go through. Now, is it work every single day? Yeah, of course it is. But nothing worth anything is not going to come free or without a lack of effort. So from a personal side, you are going to be, when you invest in emotional intelligence, like all of these different factors are going to come, like your lowered stress, your increased happiness, your communication, your relationships, your ability to get past imposter syndrome. Like the list is grandiose. And we are going to be building out content and creating content that is going to hit on all of these things. From a professional standpoint, there's a ton of research and a ton of data out there about why this is important for companies. And here are the ones that I think are most important. When we think about performance, 60% almost has to do with your emotional intelligence. 90% of top performers have a high emotional intelligence. I mean, that should come without any surprise whatsoever. People that can communicate, people that are cool-headed, that can rationalize, can ask deeper questions, get the most out of their teams. These next few are eye-opening to me. More than 70% of an employee's view of a company culture comes from the leader's emotional intelligence. So if you don't have emotional intelligent leaders, fire up your HR department, because they're going to be doing a lot of hiring and exit interviews, because you're going to have a big problem with turnover. And I'm not going to read through the rest of these. You can see them here, but these are staggering statistics on why emotional intelligence is so important to your company. And it doesn't matter if they're law firms, engineering firms, corporate marketing and sales teams. It doesn't matter. Everybody needs this topic. Everybody. Which is why I'm so excited to partner with Talent Smart EQ, because we need to get in front of as many people as possible to talk about this. And this alignment is exactly built for that. And so what this is going to wind up becoming is more talking about this, creating content around this, a lot more collaboration on my side of things. I'm going to be working closer with the team at Talent Smart EQ on content. And there's going to be unique opportunities for training that I can introduce you to, opportunities with the books. They also have several books back here. You've got Team Emotional Intelligence, Leadership 2.0. The newest one, Emotional Intelligence Habits, is phenomenal. It is a non-linear book, so you can kind of pick and choose where you read, but it is a fantastic book. It's a fantastic read. It's wonderful to help build those habits, which you can do. And I talk about it all the time. You can do it in under 5 minutes a day, exercising your emotional intelligence. But I'm not going to dive too much into the emotional intelligence content now, because there's more to come. But two things. One, I'm going to get choked up again. One, this is a dream come true. Price is Right, and they know this. I've told them this to their face. Talent Smart EQ is right below Price is Right by a hair. Like, this is a true dream come true. This is a collaboration come true. I cannot be any more excited than I am now. Obviously, based on the fact that my microphone didn't work and the fact that I'm getting choked up and babbling. But two, your struggles are not the end. Whatever you're going through, there is a lesson there. There's an opportunity there. There is an amount of resilience and strength that is within all of us, that when you're faced with these challenges, I thought I was going to die, and here I am. Because I believed in something. Because I believed in this concept, because I believed in myself, because I believed in my ability to turn things around. And yes, it's always going to be a work in progress. But I also encourage you to figure out, in your moments of struggle, in your moments of trying to find your resilience to get through something, what is it teaching you? What are the opportunities that are out there in front of you because of it? Because you never know. Are you kidding me? Tell that guy laying on the gurney in the ER that, hey, by the way, you're about to hear a topic that you have heard nothing about. And then several years later, you're going to be working with the company that you get introduced to it by. It's just insane. The fact that I'm babbling, here I am, by the way, I teach public speaking coaching, and this is not what I would teach. But I am overjoyed. I am so thankful. I am so excited, because this just launches a whole different level of helping people, of serving people, of being out in front of cultures that need this desperately, of people that need this desperately, like I did. And so more to come, but I have been wanting to talk about this for a long time, and here we are. So happy Wednesday. Stay tuned for more details. Talent Smart EQ, thank you so much for this opportunity. We have some amazing things to go accomplish together. And y'all, just Go follow Talent Smart EQ, please. The books, there are tons of books. If you need the books, hit me up, drop me an email. Here's my email address. If you want to send me an email and inquire more about the books, I'm happy to help you out. Or if your company is interested in hearing more about the value of emotional intelligence, how it can help your team, no matter which team we want to talk to. It could be finance, IT, leadership, sales, marketing, anybody, attorneys, engineers, accountants. I help. It is truly universal. So if your team needs to hear about this, or your company needs to hear about this, or you want to have a fun time at a conference talking about this, let's go. Let's talk about it. And then I will be aligning with the Talent Smart training team to introduce you to them to go deeper into emotional intelligence and really carve out that time for your organization to invest in your leadership, to invest in your culture, to invest in your people. It's so necessary. And I have never believed in something more than I believe in the power of emotional intelligence. And so I will be talking about it all over the place now, even more so than I was before. So thank you again to Talent Smart EQ. Thank you to everyone out there who has ever supported my podcast, my speaking, my writing, my videos. Holy crap. Like, it's about to get crazy. So thank you so much. I hope you all find the same passion in something that I find in this. I wish that for each and every one of you. If you are struggling with your emotional intelligence, if you're struggling with getting through the day, if you're struggling with, you're trying to find your resilience, know that I'm in your corner. If I could do anything to support you, please let me know. But I am just so proud, and I'm so excited, and I'm so ready to help so many people. So thank you for tuning in. Hit me up, whatever I can do to support you, your organization, your company, how we can support you as a team with Talent Smart EQ. Happy to do it, here for it. But thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned.